All right, I'm going to get to the point this morning. By the way, good morning. Psalm 146, verse 3. Do not put your trust in princes, nor in a son of man, in whom there is no help. His spirit departs, he returns to the earth, and in that very day his plans perish. Listen, this is what the scripture is telling you and I right now, okay? Do not put your trust, and here it says, in princes, nor in the son, nor in a son of man, okay? Where in whom there is no help. Now, the thing I'm thinking about right now is I know elections are coming up and everybody is already preparing for that. They're months away still, right? But even, I'm hearing talk about the elections and all of that. Listen, we have to get this right. And that's just the bottom line. We have to get it right. We cannot put our trust in these men. Okay? When you put your trust in man, you leave yourself open to be manipulated. Okay? And so much of what we see happening in the world, what we have seen happen in the world, is from this very thing, people trusting men and being manipulated by those men. Now, I want to say this. What is he talking about when he's saying trust them? He's saying you're actually like affixing your hope in these people. Okay? When you hear a politician or somebody saying, look, this is how I'm going to fix this problem, and you say, yes, that's exactly what it is, and you start putting your hope in that person, well, again, you're leaving yourself open to be manipulated, but also you're leaving yourself open to be let down, okay? And it's very important that we understand right here, the Bible is telling us for a reason something that's very important. We shouldn't actually trust in these people. We shouldn't cling to them for hope, because in them there's no hope. There's no help. And it says even this, his spirit departs, he returns to the earth. That guy's life is only so long, and then it's over. Like when he passes away, as it says here, in that very day his plans perish. Okay? It shows you, it's speaking of the limited influence a man has on the world around him. It's very it's very limited by the number of days that man can live. And we have to understand this. Verse 5 here, this is the key. Happy is he who has the God of Jacob for his help, whose hope is in the Lord his God. That's a completely different thing. Here this person is putting his hope in the Lord. And this person is trusting in God, and that is where help is. That is where hope is. That is where joy is. Now, I don't think this only applies to, politicians and politics, princes. I don't think that's the case. As a matter of fact, I'd like to say this. I think sometimes a lot of people actually put too much trust in their pastor. And what I mean by that is they end up actually treating these men as if they're the people that have all of the answers. And I can tell you that, we regularly get questions that we're not going to answer. We're not going to tell you if you should sell your home, if you should, move to this neighborhood or that neighborhood. We might listen to your reasoning and then analyze that and say, well, wait a minute, that doesn't add up, or yeah, it sounds like something, the Lord wants you to do based on the details that you tell us. But people come all the time expecting us to be, medical advisors, financial advisors, all of these things. And again, I think this is really the key is, well, Are you going to the Lord for those things? Are you going to Him first before you're talking to a pastor, before you're talking honestly to any man? Okay? Or are you seeking the counsel of men before you even take time to pray about that detail, or to, go to the Lord and say, I need wisdom here. Help me to understand what to do. Because I think that happens a lot of times. Now, he goes on to just explain all of the things that God has done. And it's not a small list, like He made heaven and earth, the sea and all that is in them. He's making it very clear. Okay, man's influence is limited to his lifetime. God has created everything. Answer me that. Which of the two do you want to be the one that you're relying on? The Creator or this guy? Do you see the point here in the logic of what the Scripture is saying? He talks about God executing justice. He talks about Him bringing freedom to prisoners, open the eyes of the blind. All of these things are mentioned here in Psalm 146. I encourage you to take some time to read through and pray through Psalm 146. But right now, I'm just encouraging you also, besides doing that, I'm encouraging you to think about how often you are putting your trust in other men, in the words of men, in the advice of men, before you are actually seeking God and you're asking Him for His counsel or His direction in your life. Okay? And I'm just telling you that the reason I felt compelled to talk about this today was because I see so often people just utterly embracing man as their hope, man as different men in the world around us as their source of joy. I'm astounded at times at how people will just almost, honestly worship other men, worship them. And it shouldn't be that way. Okay? And what I'm telling you is I'm hoping that we all take a good hard look at this and put our hope, put our trust, fix these things on the Lord, the only one that truly can help us, the only one that really knows what's going on, okay? And the only one that is guaranteed at the end to win the battle, okay? So anyways, I hope this has blessed you. By the way, happy Monday. If you are going to be in prayer today, in these next few days, please lift up Calvary Chapel Signal Hill. We have some outreaches going on. We have an outreach going on this week, and we greatly appreciate your prayers. I would also just ask you to leave a comment if the video blessed you, share it out to people or whatever. If you haven't yet, subscribe, click the like button, all of that YouTube stuff, and may God richly bless you.